In Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, it is written, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." Is the prophecy now coming to pass in the form of digital IDs? For centuries, scholars and theologians have pondered over the meaning of this verse. The ominous mark of the beast has been interpreted in various ways, from physical markings to symbolic representations of sin and allegiance. But could this prophecy find its fulfillment in our digital age? Could the mark refer to something as commonplace, yet revolutionary as a digital ID? Let's take a step back and understand what we're dealing with here. A digital ID is essentially a digital version of your identity, a collection of electronically stored data and attributes that uniquely describe you. It's like your passport or driver's license, but in a digital format that can be accessed and verified online. It's being hailed as the future of identification, promising unmatched convenience and efficiency. But here's where things get interesting. Could this digital convenience be the mark prophesied about in the Bible? The verse speaks of a mark received by all, irrespective of their status or wealth, much like a digital ID. It talks about this mark being in their right hand or foreheads, places we often associate with action and thought. Isn't that what a digital ID does? It becomes an integral part of our actions online and shapes our digital persona, our thoughts in the virtual world. But are these parallels mere coincidences, or is there more to it? Could the implementation of digital IDs signal a shift towards a dystopian future where our identities, actions, and even thoughts are monitored and controlled? Or is it merely a technological advancement, a mark of our progress towards a more connected and efficient world? Are digital IDs our mark of the beast or a mark of progress? Let's dissect this issue together. Digital IDs, in essence, are our identities in the digital world. Just as our physical IDs verify who we are in the physical world, digital IDs do the same in the virtual realm. So what exactly are digital IDs? They are unique identifiers that authenticate our online presence, verifying that we are who we say we are. They can take on various forms, from usernames and passwords to biometric data like fingerprints and facial recognition. Now you might be thinking, well, I've been using usernames and passwords for years. What's the big deal? Here's where things get interesting. The scope of digital IDs extends far beyond just logging into your favorite social media platform. They are increasingly becoming integral to our daily digital interactions, granting us access to a myriad of online services. Take, for instance, the e-residency program in Estonia. This tiny Baltic nation has been a trailblazer in digital innovation, offering a government-issued digital ID to anyone in the world. This digital ID allows e-residents to start and manage a business online, sign documents digitally, and access various government services, all without ever setting foot in Estonia. Or consider India's Aadhaar system, a biometric-based digital ID system that has enrolled over 1 billion people. This ID is used for everything from opening bank accounts to receiving government subsidies, making it a critical tool in the country's drive towards financial inclusion. And these are just a few examples. Across the globe, digital IDs are being used for a range of applications, from online banking and healthcare to digital voting and beyond. But here's the catch. Digital IDs are not just about convenience, they're about power. They determine who gets access to what, and they can track our digital footprint across different platforms and services. Digital IDs are more than just a digital version of our physical IDs. They are a key that unlocks a myriad of services and possibilities. But as we'll see in the next segment, they can also open the door to potential risks and challenges. So stay tuned as we delve deeper into the double-edged sword of digital IDs. While digital IDs promise convenience and efficiency, they also open up the Pandora's box of potential risks and privacy implications. The advent of digital IDs brings with it the specter of data breaches. We live in a world where information is power, and the wrong hands getting hold of this power can lead to catastrophic consequences. Imagine your entire life, from your date of birth to your social security number, accessible to anyone with the right hacking skills. This is not a dystopian future, but a very real present. Identity theft, once a thing of spy novels, is now a daily occurrence, and digital IDs could potentially exacerbate this situation. But beyond the individual level, there are societal implications that we cannot ignore. In the quest for a more connected and efficient world, are we inadvertently setting up a surveillance state? After all, a digital ID is not just a passport or a driver's license. It's a comprehensive profile of who you are, what you do, and where you go. Governments could potentially use this information to monitor and control their citizens, stifling dissent and quashing freedom. On the corporate side, companies could exploit digital IDs for targeted marketing, manipulating consumer behavior, and even predictive analytics. Your preferences, habits, and even your future actions could be predicted and influenced, all under the guise of personalized service. And then there is the silent specter of privacy invasion. With digital IDs, the line between public and private blurs. The intimate details of your life could become a public commodity, traded and sold without your knowledge or consent. In the face of these potential risks, we must question the cost of convenience. Is the allure of a more efficient world worth the potential erosion of our privacy? Are we ready to live in a world where our every move, our every action is tracked, analyzed, and potentially exploited? The question remains, are we trading our privacy for convenience? The United Nations, among other entities, is pushing for the global implementation of digital IDs. The idea of a global digital identity system is not something out of a science fiction movie. It's a reality that's steadily being pushed by numerous organizations worldwide, spearheaded by no less than the United Nations. The UN has been actively advocating for the universal adoption of digital IDs, integrating them into their sustainable development goals as a tool to boost inclusivity and efficiency in public and private services. But what does this mean for us? On the one hand, digital IDs promise a wealth of benefits. They have the potential to streamline transactions, making everything from banking to healthcare more accessible and efficient. They can also serve as a tool for empowerment, especially for the marginalized and underrepresented who often lack traditional forms of identification. In a world that's increasingly digital, these IDs could serve as keys to unlock countless opportunities. However, the global push for digital IDs is not without its drawbacks. The primary concern lies in privacy and security. With our identities digitized, how can we ensure our data remains safe? How can we prevent the misuse of our information? These are questions that need to be addressed before such a system can be globally adopted. Moreover, there's the issue of control. Who gets to manage these digital identities? Who gets to decide who has access to them? The potential for misuse and surveillance is a fear that can't be ignored. And then, there's the question of exclusion. While digital IDs could potentially empower many, there's also a risk of further marginalizing those who don't have access to the digital world. The global push for digital IDs is a complex issue. It's a balance between harnessing the power of technology for good, while also safeguarding our privacy and freedom. It's a dance between innovation and caution, between progress and preservation. As the world moves towards a digital future, the question of digital IDs becomes increasingly pertinent. It's a conversation we all need to be a part of, as it shapes not just our digital lives, but our very identities in this evolving world. The rise of digital IDs could potentially ban people from buying anything, including cryptocurrency, thereby affecting the financial markets. Imagine a world where every transaction you make, every purchase you consider, is tied to your digital identity. With the advent of digital IDs, this could become our reality, and it's crucial to consider how this could impact our financial markets. When we talk about financial markets, we're talking about more than just the stock market. We're encompassing every aspect of the economy, from the high-stakes world of international trade to your everyday grocery shopping. With digital IDs, every one of these transactions could be tracked, traced, and potentially controlled. This could lead to a shift in buying power. If governments can monitor and control who can buy what, they could potentially manipulate the market. This could lead to a shift in supply and demand dynamics, affecting everything from the price of a loaf of bread to the value of your retirement fund. Now let's delve into the world of cryptocurrencies. These decentralized digital assets have been celebrated for their independence from traditional banking systems. Yet with the implementation of digital IDs, this could change. If your ability to purchase cryptocurrencies is tied to your digital identity, governments could potentially exert control over these digital assets. Imagine a scenario where a government decides to ban the purchase of a particular cryptocurrency. With digital IDs, they could prevent individuals from buying that cryptocurrency, potentially causing its value to plummet. This level of control could have far-reaching consequences for the world of cryptocurrencies and beyond. But it's not all doom and gloom. Digital IDs could also provide greater security in transactions, reducing fraud and increasing trust in the financial markets. Yet it's essential to strike a balance between convenience and control. As we stand on the brink of this digital revolution, it is crucial to understand the potential implications of digital IDs on our lives, our finances, and our freedom.